Sherm Goldenberg here, RV Business. Welcome to RV Capital Talk, a series of late year videos we're doing to try and draw some clarity to one of the craziest years in modern business history. And we're honored, RV Business, to be able to be joined by the RVDA leadership for the Dealer Satisfaction Index Awards presentation, we'll call it, although it's not going to be a formal presentation like everything else this year. It's going to be a presentation, though, and we do appreciate that. So I would point out before turning it over to Phil that the DSI awards were kind of a special moment. Go back to 2016, 15, RVDA, Executive West, hors d'oeuvres, alcohol, RVDA Colin, and I'm looking at Clark's face, among others, up to the front to do those presentations. It was a fun, quick evening, and one I don't want to lose track of. And so anyway, I just wanted to bring that thought to the fore. Phil, take it from there.
Thanks, Sherm. The Dealer Satisfaction Index Survey is now in its 26th year, and the purpose is to improve the communication and overall relationship between dealers and manufacturers. RVDA and RVDA of Canada survey dealers confidentially on manufacturers' products, policies, and support issues. RVDA provides those reports back to manufacturers so they can see how they perform in relation to other manufacturers in the survey. A third-party firm compiles the results. RVDA releases the DSI to the industry in the aggregate to measure performance over time. RVDA members can view those aggregate results in the December issue of our monthly membership magazine, RV Executive Today. Now I'd like to turn it over to RVDA Chairman of the Board, Chris Andro, to talk about how the DSI Quality Circle Award is determined.
Thanks, Phil, and welcome to everybody, and thanks for taking time to be here. The DSI Quality Circle Awards recognize top-rated manufacturers in several important areas of dealer and customer relations. The manufacturers and brands earning Quality Circle Awards received at least 15 dealer responses and scored 4.25 or above on a 5-point scale in overall dealer satisfaction. When rating their brands or manufacturer, RVDA asked dealers to express confidential, I can't say the word, you know what I'm saying, their level of satisfaction on 4 core issues: product reliability and quality, parts support, warranty support, and sales support. Before I recognize the Towable Award recipients, I want to thank all the dealers in the US and Canada who responded to the survey. It's an important tool in RVDA's industry relations effort, as well as we all working together to better serve our end user, the customer. So now I want to recognize the following towable manufacturers who earned the Quality Circle Award. First is Airstream Towables and Motorhomes, Mollie Hansen. Next would be Cruiser RV, Kyle Miller. Next is Dutchmen for the Aspen Trail and Kodiak brands, Kyle Kwasny. Then we have East to West, the Alta brand, Todd Grubb. Forest Rivers, Flagstaff Travel Trailers, Fifth Wheels, and Shamrock Expandables, Rockwood Travel Trailers, Fifth Wheels, and Rockwood Rue Expandables, John Stringer. And then Grand Design, Imagine, Momentum, Reflection, Solitude, and Transcend, Don Clark. Happy birthday, Don.
Thank you.
And Palomino, Puma Trailers, and Fifth Wheels, Maynard Miller. Congratulations for earning the Quality Circle Award in a very challenging year. It's something to be proud of when you consider all the labor support and supply chain issues everyone's been dealing with this year. Pretty incredible. Now I'd like to turn it over to RVDA's immediate past chairman, Ron Shepard, who was chairman during the period the survey was conducted this year, to review the Motorhome Quality Circle Award manufacturers. Ron?
Thanks, Chris, and hello to everyone. I want to add my congratulations to all the Quality Circle Award manufacturers as well. As the chairman this past year, I was on hours of conference calls and Zoom calls with our industry partners. So I know firsthand the hurdles all the manufacturers are still going through to get products to the RV dealerships. At the same time, we need to continue to support the parts and service of the business, especially with the numbers of full-time buyers we saw this year that came in during the summer, and they're still coming in to this day. And we're poised right now for a great 2021. So pressure's still on all of us. With that, I'm pleased to announce the Motorized Quality Circle Award recipients. And here they are in alphabetical order. Airstream, represented by Mollie Hansen. Coachmen, the Galleria, Beyond, and Nova Class Bs, Mr. Mike Terlep. Leisure Travel Vans, Triple E by Ryan Elias. Newmar by John Sammut. And last but not least, Tiffin by Andy Baer. Congratulations to all these Quality Circle manufacturers. We appreciate what you do to raise the bar for the entire industry. And with that, I'll turn it over to Rick Kessler of RV Business for a conversation with some of the recipients.
Thanks very much, Ron. And before we begin, on behalf of Sherman and everybody at RV Business, let us also add our congratulations to everybody. It's like you've all said, it's a big deal, and especially given this kind of a year that we've just had. This will be a good conversation. And we got a lot of people, and hopefully everyone gets a chance to provide a comment or two. But let's start with what the DSI Quality Circle Award means for your companies. And anyone can start.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll start. It means a lot. It's the biggest, what we feel the biggest honor that we can receive in the business. You know, you're ranking our dealers, the people that we show up to work for every day, are rating our reliability, quality parts, warranty, sales, really all the major functions of a RV manufacturer. And each year we await not just the rankings, but really to see if we're presenting to our dealers what we feel we are and areas that we can actually improve upon. So from a Grand Design perspective, it's a very, very big deal to us, and it's one that not just the sales department, but all disciplines of our company wait for.
I think the dealer support is a key component for these awards. Anyone want to discuss how they support their dealers, which would have led to this award?
I'd like to jump in on that one. And the biggest thing is, when you look at this, it's like a four-legged table. And if any one of those four components is short, the table wobbles. Everybody's had adversity this year. I know we've created a tremendous program with the CAI Center where we're actually re-inspecting about a third of everything we build before it goes to the customers. Because as you fight the challenges of shortages, you pull something, you pull it back in, you redo it. You have to make sure that unit is 100% retail ready. Every person here will tell you that they're literally, everything's going to a customer. It's not sitting on a lot. They're going out the door immediately. So we have to do everything we can to support the dealer to help him deliver it in a timely manner. But also, speaking for everybody, the happy customer is going to buy 5 more units. So we want them to stay in the camping family and not have a bad experience. And, 40 years at the same address, all these companies are good, established companies. That's what's helping us all do it. And it is, Don said it very well. It's an honor to be honored to recognize by your dealers what you're doing and what everybody's accomplished.
Yeah, I would add that well, first and foremost, I would like to thank the dealers for giving us this distinguished award for both motorized and travel trailers. We feel very honored. It's really important to us, as everyone said. I think the change for us has been the focus on figuring out who this new customer is that we're seeing, and kind of it's different than what we've seen in the past. And so finding for us as an OEM to figure out who that customer is as soon as possible, using the dealer feedback, and then figure out how to market to them and what they really need from us, because it's something that we haven't seen before. So shifting our focus has been around acquisition to retention. How do we retain these customers, and what can we do for the dealers? And providing content, more information, better training, more outreach to customers throughout the process to give more transparency to what is happening. I think that's going to be, at least that's where we focused our energy, and probably what's really important to the dealers right now from us.
Maybe this would be a nice time to kind of segue into 2020, the challenges that we've all had to overcome, especially with dealer support. I mean, who would have thought back in March, April, that we'd be in this position now where we're looking at 420,000 shipments, I think was the forecast for this year. How are you guys able to support your dealers during one heck of a roller coaster kind of a year?
I would like to insert there. Ryan Elias, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Are we allowed to talk with Canadians?
Yeah, I think we'll allow it. The border's still not open for us to do that, but to come across the border, but we can chat across.
Okay. Would you speak up to that?
Absolutely. I actually had a great quote from Gary Inyard at the RVIA annual meeting. Was it yesterday? Starting off the year, or I guess we'll go back to March. Are we going to make it? Going into April, right? Well into April. Very quickly after getting into May and June, are we going to be able to make the demand? Right? Shifting completely to the other side of the spectrum. So I think we can all agree with that statement that Gary made yesterday, and to be able to react as quickly as we all have to being shut down to now record-breaking times for dealers and OEMs. And I think we have to commend the industry for everybody's efforts to be able to bounce back so quickly to supply the hot demand that we are seeing as of in the last 4 or 5 months. So for us internally, I think one thing I'd reflect on from the internal standpoint is the resilience of our company, right? Of our staff, of our production staff, the entire organization, to be able to bounce back from, for ourselves, we were shut down for 5 weeks, and to be able to get out of that and bounce back and be resilient as a company and as an industry, the dealers, suppliers, and OEMs all together. So that would be my comment from 2020.
can I butt in again, Rick, real quick, because there's a guy, John Sammut, whose voice I haven't heard much publicly lately. Could you chime in on that?
Well, I think we've been challenged over the last year at every step of the way, and again, thanks to all the dealers that responded to the survey. Earning this recognition means a lot to everybody at Newmar Corporation, and every discipline, as Don said, has a hand in that success. That being said, we know we have a lot of work to do. I think as an industry, we have a lot of work to do, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that we've got these first-time buyers coming into the market, but now the onus is on us to make sure that we can provide a good enough experience to these first-time buyers where it's not one purchase and they're done and they leave the lifestyle. We've got to keep these folks in the RV lifestyle for their second, their third, their fourth purchase, and so on. But as far as the challenges go, they continue, and we're working through them. Our initial challenge started early in the pandemic, in that we had our annual dealer meeting, a new model introduction, canceled 2 weeks prior to its commencement, which was a major challenge. And we quickly pivoted to, we didn't even know what a digital format was, and yet we pulled it off with the help of our service crew, restaging these units twice in Napanee rather than in Indianapolis, where it was to have taken place. And then fast forward about 5 or 6 weeks later and get the news from Flex Steel that they're exiting the RV furniture market, which is a challenge we're still dealing with right now. But thanks to our folks at Villa and at Williamsburg and Napanee, they were able to pick up the slack. There have been some bumps along the ways, and we're still dealing with it, like I said, but we are moving forward, and we're just very grateful that we're in a business where we're actually benefiting from this thing in some strange way. We know there's a lot of industries out there that are not having the same success that we are right now.
Rick, can I butt in again? I can't help myself.
Go for it.
Terlep. We haven't heard anything out of Mike Terlep.
Keeping a low profile, sure. So no, I think that, I agree with all of the comments that have been made. Customer satisfaction is our first priority at Coachmen, and it has been for 56 years. And the DSI award, it plays a big part of our focus and our strategic directives and initiatives. It serves as a wonderful metric to measure ourselves against our first line customer, our dealers. And we too would like to thank all of the dealers for participating in the survey and supporting Coachmen over the years. We've got some very long tenured, valued relationships throughout the United States and Canada with our dealers, and it's family, and it means a lot. So I totally agree with John's comments on the challenges we have as an industry. We have this wonderful opportunity, with all of these first-time buyers coming in, but it's going to be damn important that we provide a great quality product and we have the service to support these customers. Because if we don't do both of those things, this will be a short-lived blip. And I'm certain that we as an industry are up for the challenge, and we're all focused on it and committed to it. And there's a lot of challenges out there, but hey, these are the good kinds of challenges that we're facing. They're opportunities. And I think that staying focused on not only the metrics that the DSI provides and the feedback there, but staying focused on the quality of the products and the infrastructure to support the customer after the sale is going to continue to be paramount.
Again, Kwasny, have we heard from him?
Yeah, I echo a lot of the same things that a number of the other candidates have expressed, and I think that for all of us in this this DSI process, we have a golden opportunity for all of these customers who are entering the lifestyle for the first time to simply make sure that they have a good ownership experience. And I think that if we continue to run our business and focus on the industry of these customers having a good lifestyle experience, both in the quality of the units that we produce, the support both in the parts and service aspects of those customers through our dealers. And then probably most importantly, support after the customers own the unit and basically support in the sale. All of those things are going to be critical for us to determine whether these customers remain in our lifestyle for years to come. And it all goes back to a golden opportunity that each and every one of us have to make sure that we're good stewards of those pillars of this industry and support these customers for years to come.
Rick, should we buttonhole a couple more of these guys before we let them off the hook? Because
I
it's
think
going really well.
I think we should, and let's turn our attention to 2021. We're projected for a huge year once again. I'm just wondering if you guys all share that sentiment.
Yeah, I'll jump in. I think it's going to be a damn good year. I think that we're going to be limited only by some of the constraints that we're facing with the supply chain, and certainly our own capacity limitations. But I think that 2021 is going to be very strong, and not only for the first time buyers, but hey, look, we still have a lot of traditional RVers out there too that we're servicing and taking care of, and those customers continue to embrace the lifestyle. So I think that 2021 is going to be damn strong.
And it starts with the Tampa show or the Florida RV Super Show. It's still on as of right now, but the consumer show season itself probably look a little bit different. Who knows what it could look like, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I agree with Mike. Sit down, because Terlep, I'm actually going to agree with you for once. It's an exciting time to be in this industry. Like many other people on this call, I've been in the industry for a lot of years, and even if we just, let's face it, are we going to retain 100% of all the new people discovering our industry? No, we won't. But if we work together as an industry, dealers and manufacturers, providing a good ownership experience, if we just retain a fraction of these people coming into our industry, we're looking at potential record volumes. And I don't believe it's a bubble. I believe as long as I agree with Kyle as well, that we become good stewards of these customers and provide great service, provide a great lifestyle. This is not going to be a fad. People are discovering not only the RV lifestyle, but they're discovering traveling, and with people working from home now or home teaching, schooling, this could be something that continues for many years to come. I'm very, very excited. Yeah, it's a year of change. We're all struggling with parts. We're all struggling with supplies. We're all struggling keeping up with this newfound demand. But I think we're all going to be stronger manufacturers for it. We're going to be providing, I think the quality of the industry standard of our product is going to increase. And I think our industry is going to be better for it.
Don said something that is so true, because if you look back at the Great Recession, when we went through that, I think that we all emerged and came out of that as better business people. And I think the same thing is happening, through, the pandemic, the challenges we faced when we weren't certain where things were going to go, and even the challenges and opportunities that have developed since then with the incredible demand. I think that we become better business people as we continue to adapt and improve. And, so I think there's a lot of wisdom in Clark's comments, him being the oldest guy on this call. You would expect that. But,
So, Rick, you asked the question regarding, or started your comments off regarding the Super Show. And I think that through the efforts of RVDA, RVIA, and Go RVing, there's no doubt that when the buying public decided that a recreational vehicle was what they wanted, they knew where to go buy them. And there's no doubt that that's the efforts of all of our industry. And I think that there's a paradigm shift in what purpose shows serve, for one thing, and that it's very important for us as an industry to support shows, but also to drive the consumer back to bricks and mortar, back to the dealer's investment in what they've got and what they can learn there if they're there physically at the facility. So I think that's an important element we need to keep in mind as the future unfolds. And also, thanks to RVDA, Jeff, and certainly Phil and the board of directors, Rick and Sherman, through supporting this effort. And I was talking to Jeff. We by no means take this for granted. We don't take for granted RVDA or RVIA. Our industry is very fortunate to have a robust group of associations, dealers, manufacturers, suppliers that make us what we are today.
Very nice.
Sherm, there's a lot being said, and these are all great things, but when we talk about 2021, I believe that's very short-sighted, because when we look at the number of people who bought in 2020 who are so in love with camping, as so many are first-time buyers that are coming out that weren't our expected buyer, we need to be the stewards, because they are mostly loving it, continuing with it. So we're talking 23, 25, 27, where these people are joining this family and sticking with it, and our existing buyers aren't going to leave. And the manufacturers you're talking with now are all quality driven. These are all manufacturers that know if we increase quality, we'll keep that buyer. If we try to increase too much production and decrease quality, we're going to lose that customer. We're going to offend that customer, offend that dealer. So we're on a very long run with this because of these new buyers who are loving it. It's a very exciting time, and we've all got a lot of years doing this, and we've had the not so fun ones, haven't we? I see Clark laughing. Yes, we have.
Sherman, what do you think?
Well, I mean, before I close out, is there an individual that we did not hear from that we very quickly should? That we should recognize? Is there anybody, Rick, that was on that list that we've not overlooked here?
Yeah, I think there's been a couple of people at least that have stayed silent. Maybe they could address, and I'm looking at you, Kyle Miller. We've talked a lot about new buyers. What are these new buyers buying? What do they want?
Well, I got some catching up to do. It's been fun listening to everybody. First off, we're thankful. We thank our dealers and we thank you guys for allowing Cruiser RV to be a part of this circle. Little sidebar: it's been fun to take the award around. We've asked a lot of all of our departments this year, and with all the headwinds they faced, they were still able to do it. And so we're proud of them. We wanted each of them to be a part of this award. On the second part of that, one thing that we've done too is we're very transparent with our dealers. We give them real times. We give them, not all of our news may be good or what they want to hear, but one thing that's worked well for us and made our relationship stronger is just telling them the truth and providing them what we tell them we're going to do. As far as new buyers go, on the cruiser side, I mean, obviously the travel trailer market's been huge. Anything tech related coming in for homeschooling, work, remote working, all of that stuff has been a big feature that we've added to the product this year to attract those new buyers into Cruiser. But, we've seen new buyers jump into every segment, and I think we're going to continue to see that from, high-end fifth wheels to motorized to obviously Class Bs, the whole gamut. I think they're all driven to the adventure. We're seeing a lot of money spent redoing national parks again coming up, and there's just that infrastructure is getting built up to handle all the new customers, because I think not only is the dealer experience and our quality that we're providing the customer important, I think it's important for them to have a place they can go and enjoy it too.
Todd, how about you? Do you want to address that? East to West is a relatively new company compared to some of the others on this call.
Yes, sir, it is. This is truly a humbling award. East to West is only a few years old, and Alta's only been out really one full year. We came out of the gate, with our first show season, and we're really looking to hit our stride. And then COVID hit, of course. Then everything went on pause. Then had to get back at it and start trying to ship units again. And as John said, I think that what got us a long ways is trying to have units leave here retail ready, to be ready to be sold, because like he said, they do have, most of them have a home when they get where they're going. It seems like that a lot of these young buyers, they're expecting quality. The ones that are just getting into camping for the first time, more like a car buying process, they expect a higher level. So, like everybody said, I think it's our job is to really try and get there and meet those expectations. If we can, we'll keep these buyers, and they'll progress up the ladder through more products.
Forgive me if I've missed anybody, but have we gone through the list?
We're there. I think we're there. Time to close it out, Rick?
Time to close it out. Good to see everybody. Let's do it in person next time.
A lot more fun.
It's a deal. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Happy birthday, Don.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We
Be
appreciate it
safe.
very much.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate the partnership, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All take care.